I was excited that we got to come out here and play in front of the home crowd and get our guys, for the majority of them, their first action here at the CFSB Center. Felt like we got contributions from everybody. Was pleased with our defensive intensity. Obviously have a lot of things we have to clean up there. And at the offensive end, was pleased with our unselfishness. Thought we did a good job sharing the basketball. A few too many turnovers there late that we'll need to clean up moving forward. But, all in all, happy everyone was able to get some time and play together.
Coach, what have you been told about G's status thus far?
It hadn't been told much yet. He'll be reevaluated in the morning. It is an ankle injury. Knee's good and healthy there. So be reevaluated in the morning and see how we go forward from there.
What did you see on that play?
I saw, he was hustling, and it looked to me like his ankle got rolled up pretty good as the guy fell to the floor. Obviously nothing intentional or anything, just a loose ball. And, looked like just an ankle injury to me.
Coach, of all these numbers, and there's a lot of them, what's the biggest thing that you like and the biggest thing that you don't like?
It's a good question, Ed. I probably like the 26 forced turnovers, the defensive end of the floor. I thought we were able to do a good job getting out in the passing lanes and force them to try to make plays one-on-one off the bounce. And they did at times. We've got to get better guarding the basketball. But when you can force 26 turnovers, good things should happen. Offensively, probably just the sharing of the basketball, 28 assists. And then if you look at the point guard play, 15 assists, just one turnover with Stark and Bryce.
How do you feel about Gilbert coming off the bench and contributing with 20?
Well, the thing I liked about Gilbert in practice here early, he's really been overthinking a lot of things. We just wanted him to come out and play hard, bring a lot of energy to the team. He has tremendous athleticism, and thought he was really active tonight and a little more relaxed than he's been in practice and just played, and that worked out well for him.
Is the accurate shooting, almost 60% shooting, is that attributed to the fact that you guys are getting out and running in transition?
Well, I think it was a lot of things. I think when you're able to force turnovers, it leads to some easy buckets in transition. I think also, and it was good for us, Barry was very aggressive with their pressure in the first half. Forced us into some mistakes, exposed us a little bit against the press that we'll have to really clean up this week. But when we did do a good job of breaking it, it put us in some 3-on-2s and 2-on-1s at the back end where we were able to get some easy layups and dunks.
Coach, you guys are wanting to run in transition a whole lot, and I saw a few times you were not happy about the defensive transition, getting back on defense. How do you plan to fix that?
Well, we want to play fast, but a couple things. For example, we were at the free throw line. We make the free throw, and they have time to take the ball out of the net, get out of bounds, throw it a pass to their point guard, rip it up the sideline, and drive in for an and-one layup. That can't happen on a made free throw. So we just have to have more of a sense of urgency there. I think defensive transition's the hardest thing to guard. We've got to get back and stop people's early offense. So we'll get better at it. We'll do a lot more running in practice and keep working at it.
Coach, I'm glad you brought up free throws. At halftime, you guys were roughly 89-90% at the free throw line. I know that trailed off late, but is this a team that's going to be able to continually shoot the free throw with this type of consistency?
Well, we shot it incredibly poorly in the second half at 36%. But the key is getting there. And it's not necessarily fun, but this is the way college basketball wants the game officiated. And the physical play is really getting phased out. And so the reaching, the grabbing, and all that's going to be called fouls. So we want to be aggressive offensively and get to the free throw line. I think we have guys who can really shoot it well from the line. Bryce is back, who was one of the top guys in the country last year. Stark's a really good free throw shooter. Even our front court guys shoot it well. So we want to be aggressive there.
Go ahead.
Coach, you had every player on your team score at least 5 points. Looking at it coming into next Friday, do you think that depth is going to be a really big key for your game?
Well, the thing I keep saying about the depth and it's been a common theme, and we have to develop the depth. But right now, the depth's very unproven. We have 4 guys who've ever put on that jersey before. So we have to continue to work to build our depth. I think it's key especially now we're down a guy right now, at least for the time being with G. So we got to continue to develop our younger guys, get them more confident. They stepped in and did some really nice things today, and I hope they got some confidence from that. And we need a good week of practice because roles still have a long way to go to be defined. So it'll be a big week for us getting ready for a really, really good Illinois State team.
Can we expect the same starters tonight versus Illinois State?
It'll just depend on practice. These guys, we're really, I like to get them up and down and compete in practice. I don't want anybody thinking because they started an exhibition game that they've locked up their spot for the year. Roles are always evolving, and I want everybody to know that on our team that when they walk out on that practice floor, that if they come out and do the things they're supposed to do, they have the opportunity to increase their role. And likewise, if they don't do the things they're supposed to do, their role will then decrease. So still a long way to go. We'll just have to see how practice goes this week and define those starters for Friday.
Were you impressed with Breon? It didn't look like he's really taken a step back, just the confidence, the way he moves, and even scoring the ball tonight. Yeah,
really excited about him. Breon is a very, very valuable player for us, not just because of the scoring. He's 4-4 tonight, but that's not his biggest asset. He's such a good defender. He's just a high basketball IQ guy. He's always in the right place, and he impacts the game at the defensive end of the floor with his size and athleticism. So, for him, having only been cleared a week ago for 5-on-5 play, I thought his minutes were very, very good. And, hopefully he won't be too sore tomorrow. But he looks confident as can be in the knee, and really excited about him being back on the floor for us.
Not only did most everybody on your roster score, but most everybody on your roster grabbed a rebound tonight too. I mean, that's got to be an improvement over last year's rebounding effort, wouldn't you say?
I would say at the offensive end, we did a better job rebounding. The defensive end of the floor, I thought, was really one of the strengths of our team last year. Didn't give up a whole lot of offensive boards, but to give up 11 tonight is too many. We got to do a better job on the defensive glass. I thought you saw some times, and it wasn't the big guys. Their perimeter guys came flying to the bucket for offensive glass that we did not check those guys out. So definitely an area we have to continue to improve. And I think with our size and athleticism up front, it needs to be a strength of our team, the ability to control the boards.